I got any blood pressure meds? Because I might need them. I don't even know where to start. Right?
Kind of taking this personal, aren't you?
No, it's not. It's not personal. It's like, why? Why are you being so difficult when you don't have to be? When you can just cooperate and it's easy.
Let me read once again the T's that I wrote. Ready?
Yeah.
Because you said, yeah, I ran this by you. I said, is this phrase the way you want it worded?
And you
said,
like being confrontational. You know that.
It's Erin versus City Hall.
I hate that.
Is that unfair?
I don't know if it's all of City Hall. It's a faction right now.
She has her side of the story, and no doubt they'll have theirs.
Yeah.
Keel's Erin McCarty says the city machine has gotten more difficult to deal with. Is that unfair? Is that untrue? Is that factual?
From my perspective, it is factual, and it's not untrue. And it's I've been here 35 plus years. I've dealt with lots of administrations, lots of city council members, dozens of city attorneys. I've done public records requests over the years, a lot of time. I'm not a pain in the butt PRR person. I don't send, weekly PRRs. Maybe I'm once a month. Maybe.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah. And it didn't have to be that. It didn't have to be
Explain,
that.
go back.
Let me start from scratch.
I was going to say, go to the beginning, as you say, from jump.
Okay, from jump. Over the years, in my years of being here, both the cities, Shreveport and Bossier, you ask them, hey, what are the most dangerous intersections in our community? Where do you have the most wrecks? And the police departments will send you a list. Here's where we had the most wrecks last year. And they'll send you a list and how many wrecks we had.
So historically, you've made those requests annually?
Every other year, maybe. I don't know. Last year, I didn't get it for 2019 because 2020 was crazy. So I thought, let's look at the 2020 numbers and see, how many wrecks we had and where were the worst spots. Okay. And they typically will send it out. Usually it's a day. They'll say, hey, give us a minute. We'll get it to you. And Bossier will get it to you. Shreveport will get it to you. Somebody that does police stats or whatever, they'll go in there. And it's typically an Excel spreadsheet. And they'll just sort by accident numbers and send you the top 10 or the top 5, whatever. Okay, fine. And I wasn't in a rush. No big deal. So here's my March 13th email to the police department. I'm not sure.
Of last year? Of this year?
No, this year. March 13th.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago.
Sorry.
How hard would it be to get a list of the number of wrecks at Shreveport intersections for all of 2020? I just need the top 10. Is that something you can dig up? And I copied a few people in the police department.
Now, pardon me. This is something that they have been able to dig up with regularity.
Oh, all the time. They've given me this over and over
for a decade or more.
More, yes, and they've given it to the Times, and they do it all the time. It's like, okay, yeah, this is a story you're working on here. We'll help you out.
You want to do a story about the most dangerous intersections in town. Here's what.
Yeah, where do you have the most wrecks? What where do y'all get called to? So I get a response back. I think the next day, that said, and I'm directly quoting, your request is too broad. You would have to narrow it down to one particular intersection and send a public records request for it.
Now, this is, just to clarify, this is the Shreveport side, not Bossier.
Yeah, and I sent the same request to Bossier, and they sent me an email back, hey, we'll get it to you as soon as we can. We're on it.
So this email you received about too broad
was from Shreveport.
This is not the typical email you've received through the years.
Oh, no. Typically, I get an email back saying, hey, we'll get somebody on it. We'll get it to you. Are you in a rush? Do you have a deadline? What's your when do you need it? And I'll send them back. A couple days, no rush.
So read the first response again and then pick it up again.
Your request is too broad. You would have to narrow it down to one particular intersection and send a records request for it. Well, I don't want one intersection, So what I did was I went to all my previous posts and said, here's the top 15 intersections or whatever. Let's send a list of these 15 intersections and request the data from those. So I copied the city attorney, the chief, the media people, and all that. And I said, public records request, which makes it official. You put PRR on it. And then the clock ticks. They have 3 days to respond. Waiting on my, with my list of my intersections, okay? I'm not going to run through all that. It's on the website if you want to see it. March 22nd. Here's where the story gets twisted. Are y'all ready? March 22nd, I get this email in response. I am a contract attorney.
What?
I am a contract attorney assisting with responses to public records requests. Your request for accident data at certain specific intersections has been received, and SPD is reviewing it to determine if this data is available. I know it's available. Moron.
Of
Sorry.
course, you've gotten it every year for how many years?
And at what potential cost? So now they're going to charge me to get the information. Whatever. As soon as I receive the information, I will contact you. At this time, it is anticipated an initial response will be available in 3 business days. That email I got from him was on March 22nd. And I waited, didn't say anything. March 30th, 8 days later, I got the list back from the attorney. And I got an invoice included with my list. Here is the information you requested.
How much did they want?
And attached is the invoice for your public records request.
How much?
$10. Whatever. I sent it up the corporate chain. Somebody here will pay them.
Wait, they gave you the info and sent you a bill.
They gave me the info and sent me the bill. Now, I think what they're doing is if you don't pay the bill, they can then put you on the X you out of the PRR list. They can X you out. So if we don't pay the bill,
in other words, you ask for the next one, they look and see that you owe them $10 from the last.
You still owe for the previous one.
Gotcha.
So you can't have this information. My problem is, Robert, why are you just so freaking difficult to deal with? Why do you? I'm a member of this local. I'm going to cry about this. I'm a member of this community. I care about this community. Why are you so freaking hard to deal with? Why can't you send me, I'm going to curse, Reuben. Why can't you send me the information I asked for? It's not like I'm a pest sending you a request every day for innocuous, crazy stuff.
What was that word again?
Stuff. I'm asking you for a simple request. Bozier's like, whatever you need, Erin, we got you. Here you go. Here's your info. And if I don't get it in a few days, I'll email them back. Hey, is somebody on this? You hired a private attorney to get information that I want of a simple list of accidents that is probably on a freaking Excel spreadsheet that you can sort and find the top 10 most wrecks in our community. I'm foaming at the freaking mouth. If I was a business in Shreveport and looking to operate in Shreveport, I would say, here's my middle finger, sit on it and twist. I'm going to Bossier. You are so tough to deal with from the top to the bottom, and who's in charge? Who lets this crap happen? I know I'm a pain in the ass sometimes. I get that. But I'm a member of this community, and I have a right to this information. And now you're going to charge me every time I want something. And I'm not one of those that sends a request in all the time, jumping up and down, screaming for stuff every day. It's once a freaking month, and I'm a member of the media in this community. And I got to jump through your... I'm so want to curse right now. I got to jump through your hoops and bow at your command. I'm so frustrated right now, and I don't know who to direct it to. I don't know who is making this mess happen.
Oh, I venture to say the right person probably has heard or will hear within minutes.
I'm going to cry, and I'm going to throw my back out. I'm so mad.